E is definitely in the building.
Here.
Big H is definitely in the building.
Yes, yo.
Dante is definitely in the building.
Yo.
Crazy ass Dre is definitely in the building. Big shout out to my man Low, always stepping in for us every Thursday. Low is definitely in the building. And I'm Soup. And welcome to Superstars of Sports. But before we start the show, we need 4 things from y'all.
We need y'all to like the videos that we post and comment on them, subscribe to them, and share them. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All that probably takes 5 seconds. We need y'all love. We need y'all support to keep getting bigger and bigger. We see us growing every week, but we need to get bigger. So like, comment, share, subscribe. We love y'all. Like H always says,
costs absolutely nothing to show love, y'all.
check us out on Spotify, on the War Room Sports. Check us out on Google Play, Apple, Spotify, all that. Also, check us out on Spinwax Radio every Saturday morning. You download that through all your streaming apps. We there live every Saturday morning on Spinwax Radio.
And Friday mornings at 11 on Spinwax.
Friday at 11 too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Friday at 11 now as well. Because of y'all, we get more and more reputation out there. So let's continue this growing, keep getting bigger. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
With that being said, let's start the show. It's good to have a full cast this week.
Full cast. Welcome. I'd like to welcome me and Tay back. You know, we had a little car problem last week.
That's what you said.
No, ain't no something we say. I got them tire shrubs on the side to show you. But we have breaking news always. This is some funny breaking news. Riding over here on the way to the pod. My man T.O. out of retirement. He's signed with the team. T.O. is back. You want to take a guess what team he's with?
I didn't hear this. I want to hope.
Yeah.
I'm going to hope.
No.
I just saw an interview with him and Shannon Sharp, and he was talking about that somebody was giving him a shot, but he didn't disclose who.
I can't even tell you the name of the team. It's some fan interactive league that he came out of retirement.
Not the NFL.
Not the NFL.
Okay.
It's not the XFL. It's not the USFL. It's some fan interactive league where I think the teams, like you at home, can watch. You can kind of pick the play that you want the team to run.
Gotcha.
So it's almost like an interactive live streaming football game, and he signed with the team. I think it's called the Zappers, right?
Yeah.
So whatever team that is,
This is better
T.O.
than Commander.
at the age of 48, coming out of retirement for the Zappers. So shout out to T.O. You know, never going to stop a man from getting his bread.
Yeah, so he really missed the game.
Right.
Nah,
We're trying to get back into the game.
He's in crazy shape, though.
He really missed the game, though.
He got nothing else to do.
Is it the fame or is it the stardom?
I think
Is it the fame that comes with the game?
I think it's the attention. It's all of that, because it's like the Zappers.
The Zapper.
Zapper.
I mean, I couldn't even tell you any other name.
And then it's like at 48, do you really want to tear ACL or MCL or meniscus at 48 playing with the Zappers?
Because I'm at home picking what play you should run, right? Like, I want to see.
They
I want to see Spider 2 wide banana.
Yeah, they might tell Tio go across the middle every time.
But like you always say, money is the key, so it might be a crazy bag behind him joining the Zappers. So if the bag crazy
You
enough,
think the bag crazy?
you never know. They might have gave him because of his name. They might have gave him. You got to understand. Do you think he's making $2 million a year right now?
I don't think he's gonna make $2 million with the Zappers either.
I think they might have cashed him out.
It depends. So again, I don't know much about the league. I don't know. $2 mil might be a stretch, right? But if it's
I think it's a big stretch.
if it's a simply streaming league, right? And the organizations don't have a lot of overhead because all you're doing is streaming. You don't gotta have television rights and none of that stuff. It's strictly nothing but the label and the bread because everything's streamed. You sell adware, right? Like you said, his name is going to bring clicks.
It's going to bring tickets.
You don't need tickets if you're watching online. You're going to get the clicks, you're going to get the links, you're going to get the comments, you're going to get the views, and then they start selling the ad space, so on and so forth. So $2 million, I think you're right. So that might be a stretch. But can we get close to 6 figures? Can we get a couple $100K?
I'll give him 6
He's getting 6 figures.
Yeah, I think T.O. brings that.
He ain't getting no 80,000.
He ain't getting. I mean, he ain't. I don't even know anything else that he's doing. Like, when you said you seen him on Shannon's podcast, that was Shannon's podcast.
Yeah.
I don't think that's his, so I don't really know what.
He did start one, something about get your popcorn right.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn.
I thought at some point in time he started one with Chad Johnson. I don't know if that fizzed out or not. And then obviously.
I know Chad, he went I Am Athlete. So.
Right.
No, but that broke up.
Yeah, but I still feel
they dropped his ass like a bad habit.
No, but the last thing I seen, Chad was still with
Chad, okay, I am
Athlete.
him and Brandon, but then Fred, Ryan Clark, and the other dude started one.
Okay.
And they joined us. It's all right.
And Chad Johnson has that kind of sideline online gaming deal with Madden, where every week if you perform well in the game, they up your Madden scores. He puts out a little video highlighting your highlights of the week and says, hey, look, your route running now went up to 82.
Yeah.
So, so Chad's getting bags here and there.
And he a boxer.
Any of right. And Chad was always known to be frugal with his football.
I was gonna say he didn't spend.
Yeah, he's still cool. He's still cool.
But T.O., I don't know what T.O. ended up to. Every now and then he be on VH1 or some shit, but I don't know. So, but the Zappers it is.
I just hope he don't get hurt. That's
it piqued my interest to at least turn into for at least a couple minutes whenever
I watch
play
for a little bit. My main thing is I don't want him to get hurt.
Absolutely, you never want, especially for the Zappers.
Yeah, that's all. And if he is like getting hurt, I just hope it's like worth the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so I don't know. Moving on.
Talking about old man moving on. Your coach, Bruce Arians, decided to hang it up.
Yeah, I don't think he decided to hang it up. We can debate that, argue that, however you want to do that. We can do that because I've been sat there and said I wasn't the biggest Bruce Arians fan. I said that from the beginning, way before Tom Brady ever came over there. When he came over from the first, and I knew last year, I kept saying, again, AB wasn't right for what he did, but there was more going on behind the scenes with Bruce Arians talking to grown men like they're little boys. That's things that I've heard and read with little things. That's why that situation blew up now. And
shout out to the Tampa Tribune is making another.
Listen, Tampa Tribune, Facebook groups, whatever you want to call it. Listen, bro.
No, go ahead.
You call it what you want to call it. If you get some news from the Eagles,
absolutely,
from the Inquirer, whatever, you're going to run with it.
Of course, Ace.
Whatever. So, like I said.
I just...
No, you're right though. You're right.
Oh, I know him. Right.
You know in school you gotta quote your source.
I just want to ask one question. Do you just read their sports or do you read everything that's going on the same? How many murders Tampa had this year?
You know on the double raise?
162. Okay. No, but I'm just, you know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that I think that one
day. Tampa or you talking about the football team?
The football team.
Okay.
But I think we'll find out, you know, later on, once probably Tom retires, you start hearing a little shit.
You have been saying that, though.
He's not going to leak it right now. But this thing, and they gave him a comfortable position. We're not going to fire, we're going to move you up in the office and lose you.
You think that was hammered out between Brady and the Glazer family? That's what
the Glazers, I think, I think Tom, again, what Antonio did was stupid, but I think Tom knew how to handle him. He wanted, just shut up, don't say nothing to him, I'll take care of it. Yeah. Bruce went off the ledge, jumped and did what he did. He's off the team. Okay, cool. I think that didn't sit well with Tom.
Right.
And I think that, amongst other things, kind of forced Tom into retirement because he really didn't want to retire this year. It was supposed to be after next year. Mm-hmm. I think he might have talked to the GM, talked to ownership and said, listen, I'll come back if y'all can, you know. Yeah. They said, we don't want to fire him, he won a game. Okay, well, move him up somewhere. Get him off the sidelines. And that's what they did. Yeah. Now, I'm not the biggest Ty Bowles fan either.
I was going to get to that next.
I'm not the biggest Ty Bowles fan. As a head coach, life did him wrong because if I give you a job and your job is the New York Jets, you're not going to succeed. Right. It is what it is. Right. So with that on his resume, it don't look good. Do I think he's a good coach? Yes. Is he a good head coach? Don't know. I got issues with him that's burning with me in that NFC Championship game still. Okay. He fucked up. 0 blitz.
And your team didn't know the
0 blitz, and then one guy didn't know, and Cooper Kupp is just open. Yeah. We got issues. But okay, shit happens. Let's just see where that goes. I think that he's more of a figurehead coach.
Well, my question was, it's a two-part question based on topics that we touched here. Number one, how we feel about the job being handed to an African-American coach, right? And number two, do you still think Byron Leftwich is being looked over? Like, why would the job not go to Leftwich? You think Arians picked Bowles?
So, if I'm going to put the company hat on, I'm going to think that, all right, Arians probably wanted to fight like a chick going out the door. Right. What you mean? Hold up. Let me pick myself.
If I'm going to go upstairs, let me pick.
Yeah. So he might pick Bowles.
The Temple connection. The Temple, they've been since.
All that. It's a long background. Yeah. The black head coach thing, this doesn't satisfy that. Because there were better jobs with better qualifying quarterbacks that you could have got it. And now, Ty Bowles, you about to become a head coach, and you're finally getting given a Hall of Fame quarterback. Right. So you should be okay. Yeah. Mike Tomlin, you got a job with a Hall of Fame quarterback. You should be okay. Other black coaches didn't get that job with the same opportunity. I want to see you give a younger black coach that job with a Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, a Josh Allen. Not
like Bieniemy taking over for Reed or something like that.
Right. I think that's a fair game. Not oh, go to Cleveland before Deshaun and get Baker Mayfield. That's not going to work. Yeah. Or you get Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah. Or you get whoever. You know what I'm saying? But
see, I don't care about that.
No, I do, because if I give you that team and your quarterback is Mitchell Trubisky, bro, you're not going to succeed.
See, I don't care about that. I just look at it like, just don't fire me after 2 bad seasons.
They will.
No, that's the setup. But no, that's a different issue, though.
It is, but that's the setup, though. That's the setup. Because when you get a young white coach,
I think he's talking about just give a fair opportunity. Because if one succeeds and he happens to have a couple younger African American assistant coaches, now if you look at them, you can start to look at them as the McVay tree. How all of McVay's coaches are getting jobs. So if you get a young black guy who's supposed to be smart, give him a quarterback to succeed. And if some of his assistants...
What I'm saying is, them jobs not available. Take what you can get. But I'm just saying, just don't fire me after 2 bad seasons. Let me get my...
Give me my full 5.
Let me get my full 5. Let me get my draft picks. Let me get everything to build my team. That's what my problem is. I feel like after 2 bad seasons, they get fired. And I don't care about where they go.
That's where I agree with you. And the problem is, too, it's like, all right, when they hired the black coach, there's restrictions on it. You don't get no decisions on who we picking. The GM is just doing that. Yeah. Other white coaches, and we're not being racial or nothing, they get, I talked to the GM. I chose him. I wanted this player. And they get him. The black coach is just getting, that's your hand, play it out. Yeah. I mean, it's fair, but it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't matter. Like you said.
Like the dude from Houston this year. Right? The dude from Houston came, I can't believe I forget his name, wide receivers coach from back in the day with the Eagles, was coaching with the Ravens. They picked him in Houston. Through the whole Deshaun Watson situation, he'd taken some young white boy quarterback. They actually played better than what they did. They fired him after 1 year. Like he wasn't going to succeed.
Sully or Scully?
Cullen. Yeah, we there. We there. So and now no one's heard from him.
And the crazy part about it is he didn't have a bad season. You got to figure
out. He actually had a good season compared to what he was dealt. Exactly. He lost J.J. Watt.
And he beat the Colts. He beat some.
DeAndre Hopkins was
he didn't have Tyrion.
That's what I said. Like, I don't really care about, you know what I'm saying? I just want him to get.
But my thing to that
is I think what H is saying, the to lead to long-term success and to long-term stability, give him an initial better hand so that way the offspring with the tree can grow.
Tampa Bay,
I just don't care about that.
Listen, Tampa Bay, they gave Raheem Morris a job. They give him a bullshit ass quarterback. Doesn't succeed, they fire him. I think he's an okay coach. Yeah. He's succeeding over there in LA as their defensive coordinator. Lovie Smith is the prime example. We had a 10-6 season. Yeah. They let him go. Yeah. What was the problem? And he didn't choose that quarterback.
Same thing with Jim Caldwell of Detroit. Right. Had a couple 9-7, 10-6.
The only 2 black coaches who have succeeded, Tony Dungy was handed Peyton Manning. Mike Tomlin handed Ben Roethlisberger. You're not going to fuck that bag up.
Well, I think Dungy earned the second job because of what he did in Tampa.
I'm not disputing whether he earned it or not. Yeah. But he's giving Peyton Manning now.
Well, he was giving Peyton Manning second.
He just went from Sean King
to Peyton Manning. He was giving Peyton Manning second. He earned the second job because of how good he did at Tampa.
Mike Tomlin walk in off the interview and get Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah. Despite whether we like him or not, Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
His hand is set. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got this young guy, he goes to Miami, he gets Tua. I'm not saying Tua is great. Yeah, no, then you got this young guy, who's the coach at Cleveland? He should have been fired. It wasn't just Baker. Yeah, that's just a fucking bad coach too. But okay.
You know the guy there now?
Who's the head coach of Cleveland? Kitchen? Not Kitchen no more.
No, Kitchen. They got rid of Kitchen after 1 year.
Who's the head coach right now?
Stefanski, is it?
Was there last year. He gets a pass because Baker's bad. Had a bad year. He's also a bad coach, bro.
The year before, he took Baker and they made it to the second round of the playoffs. So
Baker struck lightning in the bottom. They had a good season. It all worked.
The running game in there.
The following year, y'all both look like ass. But the quarterback's going to take the run.
They brought the black quarterback.
His career going to be saved because Deshaun Watson can ball. Yeah, he going to ball. Yeah. So that's going to make.
And he has a reputation around the league of being a good coach. He comes from the Shanahan tree. You know what I'm saying? So that's. I see what you're saying with the Cleveland Browns, but it's a little different.
If I hire you as a coach tomorrow and I give you Sam Darnold, you're not going to succeed.
No, you're right. I'm talking specifically on the Cleveland situation. His rookie year, he gets Cleveland to the second round of the playoffs with a healthy Baker. This year, they barely missed the playoffs. Baker's not healthy all year. But also by the end of the second year, you see that Baker's not the quarterback to be in the system. So they go and grab a top 5 quarterback. But also, now that's what's going to save him because now he has a top 5 quarterback.
But also he made some Doc Rivers decisions over there in Cleveland. He is calling some bad situations. It wasn't like It wasn't like
he lost Beckham in the middle of the year. Lost Jarvis Landry for most of the year.
We seen coaches who coached their ass off. It wasn't like he was coaching his ass off. Like he was just to me. Maybe I didn't see something. He was mediocre.
I mean, mediocre because the quarterback was mediocre.
I think he's mediocre just because I don't like him as a coach. I don't think he's a good coach.
I mean, that's
50-50.
Yeah.
But that's my feeling about Bulls and everything like that. I think Bulls is going to be okay. He's set up to succeed. You got Tom Brady, so he's going to look good and probably get a great head coaching job the following year. Because at the way the NFC set up right now,
you don't think Bulls are going to stay there for a couple years? Or you think he retired and left with Tick?
No, I think he wants to be a head coach again, and this is his opportunity to prove that he can be a legit long-term head coach.
Yeah.
But I also think that after this year, let's just say
Brady goes.
My pipe dream, we win it all. Brady walks off.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Bulls might not be there.
Right.
They might.
He might be like, you know what?
He might get interviews, and he might say, you know what? I want to prove to everybody that I can do this again without Brady, and that's going to be his second chance. I think every head coach who lost their job ultimately wants to get a chance to prove again that they can do better on the second chance.
Andy Reid, so as he left the Eagles, like a week later, he was hired by.
But in Bulls' benefit, you got Tom Brady, so you know you're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure, especially in the NFC.
So you're probably going to, you know what I mean? So and this year's NFC, as bad as it looks,
absolutely.
So he should be okay. He's going to look good.
What do you think about the Tyrion Killtree?
Interesting on both aspects. Dolphins, y'all can load up all you want, but your quarterback can't throw 40 yards. Remind me of Jalen Hurts. I'm going to leave that there.
No, you're right.
And the Chiefs, what are you thinking?
So I have a lot to say on both sides. I have a lot to say on both sides. I'm getting my analytic bag, right? So we all talk about with salary cap era, what you can and can't do, right?
Right.
What I think this move is great for both teams. And I'm going to try to break it down quickly without taking too much time. But to me, the Chiefs, what they did was what everyone says they want to do. They moved on from a player 1 year early instead of 1 year too late, right? Tyreek wanted the bag. Mahomes already got the bag. Kelsey already got the bag. They had to pay their left tackle the bag. So who's not going to get a bag? The receiver. But we say, well, how can you give up one of the best receivers in the league, right? Well, if you take a look back, remember there was a long stretch in the middle of the season where we even talked about it. Is Mahomes really that dude? Is this offense really that dude? Because they started playing them different. They started lining up in that two deep shell where they were automatically going to say, you know what, Tyreek is not going to beat us. We're not going to beat us. So it looks like from what I'm seeing the Chiefs' moves is they are changing the formula of their offense. They know they have Pat under contract for another 10 years, right? If you go by the league of the NFL since the year 2000, usually you have a 4-year window, right? If you look at all the dynasties, even Brady in New England, they had 4-year stretches. Then they had to take a step back. They would come back for another 4 years, right? We had Seattle, went to a Super Bowl, went to another one, 2 NFC championships, step back. Baltimore.
I think 4 is generous, but go ahead.
It's a 4 or 5 year window, right?
3.
But the upper echelon, right? You take Baltimore, they went to a Super Bowl, went to 2 or 3 AFC championship games. Colts, Buccaneers now. So it's 4 or 5 years. So what they're doing is they're resetting their team to kind of formulate their way to their offense, right? So now we know teams want to beat us deep. We can't pay him. We can draft some young receivers. We signed Juju. They signed your boy Ronald Jones. Right? They signed a running back.
That was bad for them.
I mean, but they're changing their offense and they're retooling for the simple fact that now they have money to spend.
I get it.
To keep it. So that's their move. They're gonna get out of the contract 1 year early before 1 year too late.
Typical Andy shit. He did it here in Philly for years.
Right. So now you go to Miami, and like you said, what the hell are they doing? Like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are gonna be running down the field, and Tua can't get on the ball.
Track team.
But here's the thing. You got to look at it further, right? This year, they have another year for the organization to say, is Tua our guy? We're giving them all these weapons, right? We got Gesicki, we got Waddle, we got Tyreek Hill. They signed Raheem Mostert. Who's the other running back over there that they got? Chase Edmonds, right? They got Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Tyreek Hill, Gesicki, Jalen Waddle, right? They have the new coach that's coming in from San Francisco, but to bring that offense with them, right? If he can't make it, even though they gave Kansas City 5 draft picks, the Dolphins still have 2 first-round picks next year.
Right.
So they can move on for Tua. They have draft capital. And now, if you're a quarterback that's disgruntled and you want to leave your team, what plays better in Miami? Sunshine, no taxes, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Gesicki. See you, Tua. So it's one of those win-win trades. The Dolphins win now. long range, I think the Chiefs win just for their situation to continue to be able to retool around Mahomes and keep that team upright.
I got two things with that, what you said. All right, so one, the Chiefs call themselves retooling. I think now Patrick Mahomes got to enter that Tom Brady stage in his career.
Okay.
Where no matter, you might not get no big names no more. You might not get the best players.
Who they get so far? Juju.
Fuck Juju.
Who's the guy that they signed?
Juju's trash.
Valdez-Scantling from Green Bay. Juju. They still have Mecole Hardman. Obviously, they still have Kelsey.
They got me and you.
No, I mean,
come on.
They got different types
they
of
got
receivers.
me, but this is what
and they
I'm
also
saying.
have 5 picks.
Now
the
game becomes you can't be that heroic quarterback that you were because you got the cheater running downfield.
Right.
You got to be methodical.
You're right.
You got to take what you get and become more of a cerebral assassin. Let's see if he could become that because he's lived his career right now based off of talent and
they were the Golden State Warriors of football.
Right. So let's see what he could do. Let's see if he can really earn that nickel. My other thing to that is Tyreek really a one-trick pony?
It could be, which is why who knows better than, again, I think that's why they 1 year early instead of 1 year late. He's 28, started to have some groin, hamstring issues this year. Wasn't big time, but being an Eagles fan, Deshaun Jackson, one of the fastest players ever played in the NFL.
One-trick pony.
Once the hamstrings went.
Because I saw a team put the blueprint out on Tyreek Hill, and it's just been different ever since. We put the blueprint
Absolutely.
out. We put the blueprint out.
Your team ruined the mystique of who the Kansas City Chiefs were.
Yeah.
But that is why they started, to my opinion, they started retooling different. Instead of all the weapons getting the money, let's put the money in the line.
Right.
Let's run a little bit.
As they should.
And now, like you said, you're exactly right. Pat has to show.
He gotta be that
You gotta be that guy.
You gotta be that
right? Brady in New England never really got those receivers. Rodgers for years now, like even Devontae Adams, as great as he turned into be, he wasn't drafted as one of those guys.
Right. He turned
into it. His own work and dedication turned him into that. So now can Pat make these players better?
Live up to that contract, man. That money.
And it might be only this year, like because they save the money. Next year they can go get like Buffalo did. We want Josh Allen to go to the next league, the next level. We gotta go get Stephon Diggs.
Of course.
Right? So maybe it's just this year that Pat's playing with the Jujus. And then next year, who doesn't want to come play with Pat?
Right.
Like if you're a receiver that has the free agent market, who doesn't want to come play with Pat?
But eventually it's going to come down.
For a receiver anyway.
Say that again?
They're on draft.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to draft one too.
Yeah, but
there's a plethora of top picks in the draft. What is the Dolphins pick? In the early 20s, right? So the Jamison Crowder from Alabama might be there. Jahan Dotson from Penn State might be there. This is a deep draft for receivers.
But now also I think it becomes a thing where we start looking at Andy and like, hey, Andy.
Andy might be on the way
Andy, you effed the bag up last year against the Bengals. Don't get me wrong. Patrick played bad. There was moments.
The whole offense is to blame for that situation.
But Andy, you in so control. You know how he was over here. You know he was calling them plays when it was crucial time.
You know what I was looking at? I was looking at the old Eagles offense that said pass. They were only rushing 3 players. They were dropping 8 in coverage, and it almost looked like this Bucks Super Bowl. How Mahomes was just running in circles all over the place trying to find somebody.
This situation could turn out to expose Andy.
It could. Or it could be Andy on the way out in time for Eric Bieniemy to take over.
Let's hope so.
Right?
Let's hope so.
And maybe that's the only way that. And by the way, just to shout it out there, Soup, news broke this week that your cousin is out in California working with a quarterback coach.
I already know about that.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's Jordan Palmer. I hope that's the quarterback coach that Jalen Hurts is working out there. Because all week long at the owners' meeting, from Howie Roseman, from Nick Sirianni, from Jeffrey Lurie, have all said he's our quarterback. We're not looking nowhere else. We're grinding. We know he can get better. X, Y, Z. Yada yada yada. I just think none of the other quarterbacks wanted to come here. So they're just willing to say, oh yeah, this is our guy all along. But they did say he's out in California working with a quarterback coach. I know the main one that's out in California is Jordan Palmer. He's the one that worked with Mahomes. He worked with Jaron Allen. He's the one I was hoping that he would go get help from. So
yeah, I think he get one more year. After this year, they're gonna draft a quarterback. He get one more year.
And we'll be able to tell their thought process to the day of the draft with our 3 picks. I, for one, don't think we're picking 3 players in the first round. One of those picks are getting traded to get another pick next year. That's just the Howie Roseman way of doing business anyway, right? You can't if for some reason he learns how to draft and all three of those players are actually very good, talented players, you probably can't pay 3 first-rounders at all the same time when their contracts are. I don't know what the hell the Rams are doing because the Rams just signed Billy Wagner for $50 million this year. I don't know what salary cap they're playing by.
Yeah, I don't know what rules they do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I think draft day is going to be Howie's buffet of moves.
The Rams could be doing what the Commanders are doing. Have 2 books. He's sitting there setting up the books and frauding everybody.
Right. So I just expect a bunch of moves by Howie on draft day, up and down, in and out of the draft with 3 firsts, maybe trade down for 1 to get another first next year, but then packing some other picks in the middle to move back up in the first. I just think it's going to be a plethora of things, and we'll see how much they trust in Jalen with the moves that they make.
I think it's in y'all best interest to use them 3 picks, but
I mean, I think so too. But again,
it's how we talking about.
It's how we're talking about, and do we trust the quarterback? Like, we needed to have enough ammo next year.
I get you.
In case the quarterback. There's about 3 franchise quarterbacks supposedly coming out in the draft next year. And then as we see the NFL turn into NBA, you don't know what quarterback's going to be mad next year and might want out of their team. So you got to have the ammo to now capitalize on that.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, I agree.
So when y'all speaking about bad coaches and bad moves, what y'all thinking about that?
You ready for my take?
All I can say is, man, I told you that was our champion. We want to get a new player, get somebody else.
Yeah.
My biggest fear when we got Harden is Doc gonna fuck this bag up.
Yeah.
And like yourself, man, I've been watching games and it's like Doc. No, I'm not even calling him Doc. It's Glenn. Glenn.
Call that man Glenn.
Glenn, you are effing a whole bag up. Don't get me wrong. Players are doing their part.
Yeah.
They're doing their part. But Glenn.
No, but Doc is doing.
But Glenn, yeah, Glenn, you wrong.
Did y'all watch the Milwaukee game?
Yeah.
Well, he went with the smallest lineup known to man.
Millsap.
You know where I'm stuck at?
And I was kind of 17 in a row.
Do you think that he did that because he don't want to move up to play certain teams?
I don't know, but
because it's weird.
And B was mad at him.
I'm stuck.
I don't know if y'all paid attention to Embiid's comments after the game in the press conference.
I'm stuck at the Denver. And then
now the problem, what did Embiid say? Because I was in a restaurant watching the game, so I couldn't hear.
All right, so pretty much, I'm going to paraphrase. I don't have word for word, but Embiid was like, just pretty much said, you know, we're watching the league go away. You let Giannis score 17 in a row, and I'm sitting on the bench watching. He said maybe next time we need to start mixing my minutes up with the other players' best team. It's pretty much that.
I didn't understand nothing.
Yeah,
I didn't understand why he had.
Why you got me sitting here while these niggas running down?
Why he had Niang even sticking the Greek?
No, they had Paul Millsap.
No. At one point with Niang, it was like he was just start shooting off the jumpers. I'm like,
he was throwing everybody. Then Paul Millsap. I said, look at this shit.
Yeah. I am officially ready to say on camera on the pod right now that I do not care about the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't care about them either.
I don't care about the playoffs because we're not getting past the second round. Not with the way the team is constructed, as well as Doc is our coach, because he's too stubborn in his ways, in his philosophies, in his bench rotation.
What's the philosophy though? Lose?
It's almost like he wants to keep everybody. It's almost like he's giving out trophies that everybody has to play.
Because it reminds me of like Little League. When he thinks somebody's mom is in the stands, they don't get mad.
There's 8 games left in the season.
It's weird, yo.
There's 8 games left in the season. I don't give a shit about Paul Millsap. I don't give a shit about DeAndre Jordan. Like, Furkan came in for 2 games, 3 games, started to get fired. Haven't seen him in the last 2 games. What is going on? Yeah. And we all know Furkan is not the savior, but at least he had a stroke going.
Niang, I was liking your punk ass.
Yo,
you can get out of my face.
I swear
I don't know who gave him a green light. This motherfucker come in the game and just
you can have the green light shooting. Why the fuck are you trying to dribble behind the back? Why are you trying spin moves? You fall down every
since the
fucking
strip
time.
club, you've been wilding out, man. You probably got some games you ain't had all season messing with James Harden.
Minivan breaking it down, but it's like
Furkan. I don't like Furkan, but come on. I think I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna just run this past you.
Yeah.
Don't kill me, fans. I'm just thinking. What can we do to shake this shit up, right?
Shake it up right now? Like for the playoffs?
For the playoffs right now. This is going to fuck our team up in the starting lineup. I'm going to hate to say it. Bring in Danny Green, bring Maxey off the bench. What do you think? Start Danny Green, Maxey come off the bench.
If I'm going to start Danny Green, I'm going to put Thibault on the bench.
I feel like Maxey should come off the bench. Hear me out. Huh? He's a spark. He's energy. Yeah. I feel like at moments in the game, he doesn't know what to do or he loses his role. So I feel like if he come off the bench, he knows I'm better than every motherfucker.
I'm not willing to say bring him off the bench, but I think I would switch the 2 stars that he benched at the time. I would make the Harden-Harris combo be the first on the bench, where it's Maxey and Embiid before Harden got here.
Okay.
Right? So now he's back to his comfortability because they've been running those sets, those plays all year long. It's me and Embiid, pick and roll. I got Niang over there, got so-and-so over there.
Gotcha.
And then when they go take a break, then you bring back Harden and Tobias.
As it's currently constructed,
it's Harden and Embiid that
go off at the same time. We look horrible when they go off at the same time.
Why did he let Embiid sit for so long?
So if you notice his rotations all year, the first thing that changed from last year is now Embiid plays pretty much the whole first quarter. Right? Before he used to play 7 minutes of the first quarter, sit down and come back in the second. This year, I guess with better conditioning, whatever he did, he now doesn't go to the bench till about the minute 30 mark. So he usually sits from the last minute 30 in the first until about the 7-minute mark of the second quarter. And then they do the same thing in the second half. So he plays the whole first and the whole third, comes back in with the 7-minute mark of the second and the 7-minute mark of the fourth.
He might come back in the 9-minute now.
That's when the coach fucking realizes that the game's slipping away. That we've had success.
He let them go on.
He let them go all the time. He didn't. He called a timeout in the middle, but didn't change nothing. Just called a timeout, and then by the time he called the second timeout, the game was already tied. Now Joe's coming in cold. Giannis has already scored 13 in a row. Middleton's now getting open, and now we're battling back and forth.
The Suns, bro. We're up 16.
Same thing.
Even when
they go, the Suns come back. The Suns go on a 13-2 run on us.
Yeah, I mean the Suns are just a different level. The Suns are so.
My point is,
they got Chris Paul,
but we had them. Coaching strategies could have been a little different.
I don't want to say we had them because the double-digit lead was in the second period. It's in the second quarter. NBA teams only made runs.
Once the halftime game, he got to make a just
right.
They go on a 13-0 run.
But my thing was how unprepared we looked for the fourth quarter. And the Suns were slicing and dicing this in the fourth quarter. Right, so that was what I was more concerned about.
It just seemed like to me like he don't know when to call timeouts. And sometimes when they come out of timeouts, I'm like, what was the timeout for? Because the play was so crazy that they did. I'm like, yeah.
But also, I'm not gonna lie.
Why do we keep giving Embiid the ball at the top of the key, asking him to dribble to create something? That's the reason why we fucking got Harden, was to give him the ball and to close the game out.
Yeah, it's weird.
Why is Embiid asked to dribble from the 3-point line to create a fucking play?
I want Embiid to tell him no. Say no.
You got Harden who can draw fouls, get the whatever. You got Maxey who can dribble past anybody. Why is Embiid getting the ball? It's almost like Brett Brown is back coaching.
I agree with you, but Embiid, when he get in there in that paint, he got to go harder. You got to get that foul. He got to draw that foul.
On that last play, yeah.
He got to draw that foul.
What I'm saying is, to be honest with you, and I love Embiid, and I told everybody Embiid is my second favorite Sixer of all time. Embiid shouldn't be involved in any last play.
No, he shouldn't. He should
be setting screens and running for the offensive rebound.
He shouldn't.
But
if it's in his hand,
not Harden there. He definitely shouldn't.
No, you're right. With Harden and Maxey, those should be the two people with the ball.
But if it's in his hand, bro.
But it shouldn't be in his hand.
No, it shouldn't. Like, that goes to the doc thing.
I yelled at the TV as soon as they came out of timeout. I said, why is Embiid inbounding the ball? You got your 7-foot center throwing the inbound pass? You knew it was going to be fucked up from there. Yeah. He can't even pass out of a normal double team at crunch time. You got him inbounding the ball from side out.
It was bad, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing but coaching. I know the team is constructed bad. We all know, we said it from the beginning, that Tobias got to go in the offseason to get some younger athletic wings and stuff. Yeah, but even just looking at your team now, what says let's have the 7-foot center inbound the ball?
No, you don't. Listen, that goes to the whole theory that we're saying. It's Glenn's fault.
Yeah.
It's Glenn's fault.
So I'm officially writing this play also. I'm going to watch. I'm going to be excited.
I ain't going to go there yet.
Rah-rah-ho. But we're not getting out of the second round. Not with Doc Rivers as our coach with this team.
I ain't going to go there yet. I'm with you.
Okay.
I felt that. After the Milwaukee game, I said, fuck, we might not get out the first one. The way they look.
Right.
I'm with you, but...
Because what I don't want everybody out there to do is don't overthink these next 2 weeks. We played 8 fucking bums in a row. Right?
But we need to handle business because
we need to win. We need to win. But what I'm saying, I'm not going to go into the playoffs like, yeah, we 8-game winning streak. Like, you know that year when Ben led the team with the 18 games we won because Embiid was hurt? All that, fuck this. These next 8 games don't mean nothing to me. Because we should beat Detroit and Indiana and Charlotte, like all these teams
but
that we
these next
play.
8 games should be crucial for Doc because he need to get his fucking rotation
Yes,
together.
they are crucial for seeding and position and all that.
No, just for
but
Doc.
I'm not going to get hyped.
I'm not
going to get hyped. He ain't going to
get
do
it
shit.
together, man. Get your line together, Glenn.
Get the fuck out of here, Glenn. That's what you need.
I'm on that type of time.
I'm
Give me Mark Jackson.
Wow.
I said it. I'm always say it.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Mark Jackson.
I mean, we know D'Antonio's sitting out
Don't
there.
Don't care about him.
Right?
Forget him and his
I like
offense.
two coaches on our bench right now that can take over.
Fuck Sam Cassell and the other one.
Well, Sam Cassell and Yeager.
Mark Jackson.
I'm not sold on Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson.
I'm not sold on Mark
They did him dirty in Golden State.
Eh.
He told the world, y'all about to see the 2 best shooting guard and point guard combo. Nobody believed him.
If you talk to the players that were on that team, they didn't really say he did them too dirty.
Nah, I'm not going
Should he got a chance since then? Yeah, but listen, if you talk to a lot of the players that were on that team, they'll come out and tell you that he took the Warriors as far as they could go.
Mark.
Huh?
I agree with that.
He
Fuck
did.
with you, Mark.
You'll
take the Sixers further than what we've been taking.
I like Cassell and I like Dave Yeagers on the bench that they want. I mean, shit. Look at our 2 best assistant coaches at other places. Monty Williams, what he's doing in Phoenix, and Ime Udoka, what he's doing up in Boston.
I like Sam Cassell.
Like our assistant coaches seem to do better when they leave us. Like why couldn't we see this talent in them?
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? But I like Cassell. I like Dave.
I didn't want Glenn. I wanted Mark Jackson. So I'm gonna keep saying Mark Jackson.
What he do for you?
He ain't do nothing.
Oh.
He ain't got to do nothing.
Well,
That's what I want.
Light skin.
He probably
Not even.
Light skin.
He hate white people too.
Nah.
I just check it.
I wanted Mark Jackson, man.
Speaking about light skinned people,
Oh shit.
what y'all think about that slap?
Slap her around the world.
Where he from?
Where
he from?
You know I'm giving up the floor for H.
Yeah.
Where he from?
West.
You know he's West?
Well, then he deserved to slap the shit out that motherfucker.
You think so?
Man, listen. I think he picking and choosing, to be honest. Cause I don't care if he's from Westfield, I don't care if he's from my block or my next door neighbor. He choosing. It's a lot of niggas that been saying a lot of things about you and your wife. Honestly, I don't hate y'all women. He should have slapped her a long time ago for sleeping with his son's homie, for embarrassing him, having his daughter one time on Instagram Live, and this is documented, say, oh, I wish Tupac was alive so my mommy could be happy again. Why are we still referencing Tupac 20-something years you being married to this woman?
Yeah.
Why does she get away with everything she does? I didn't commit adultery. I didn't cheat on you. I had an entanglement. She tried to give it a big word to escape the fact that she was...
But is it the truth though? If Will is cool with it, how can you be mad at all?
This is my thing. I don't care.
Huh?
But my question is,
I don't care.
Slap.
I don't care if Will's cool with it. It's the embarrassment that comes behind it that you putting it out there on Front Street.
Yeah.
She even said at the round table, I don't like having sex with Will Smith. What are you doing? So with the slap right, the man is sitting there, the boy makes a joke. It's a build-up.
Yeah.
This chick rolling her eyes.
Right.
Damn, I gotta be a man at some point and say something, do something to defend. He go up there, he loses fucking cool and slap her. He's been dranked out in the last 2 years with all this foolery that she's been doing.
Yeah.
She's been doing a lot of shit to tear his man down.
You think as a man that Will's mentally broken at this point?
She broke him.
Yeah, I think
The
so
fact
too.
that he's still with her,
I think so too.
the fact that you take her to these awards after she admitted to sleeping with a young boy that's your son's friend, you broken, cuz.
I think so too.
And I wonder what kind of yam she got. Because why are you still around? You Will Smith, she ain't nothing. What's her best movie?
Dang, he said that she ain't nothing.
What's her best
I mean,
movie?
she was in The Matrix.
What's her best movie?
Jason's Lyric.
Jason's Lyric, she was a role player in that
She was the
joint.
main
Ah, fuck that movie, man. Jason's Lyric is a hood movie for niggas. Matrix, she was a role player. Get out of here, man.
What you think? Are you okay with the slap?
Yes, I'm okay, man. Yeah.
Am I okay with the slap?
Yeah.
The crazy thing is like,
Fuck that nigga.
I have multiple opinions, but at the same time, I got no opinion, right? Like, that's his wife.
He been broken.
That is the deep down thing. Mentally, he's broken. Mentally, he's at that boiling point where he's tired of being the butt of the joke, tired of being made like all that shit, right? But he's a comedian. He's telling jokes, right? You laughed at the fucking joke. It wasn't until your wife looked at you. But at the same time, everyone in this room has been married.
Ain't there a history though of him keep picking on Jada and Will?
No, I mean 16.
He brung it out though.
But he didn't say no joke that was too harsh, too crazy. Like what was it? No one asked you to be there anyway. Like the joke wasn't too crazy. So like, was the joke too wild? I don't think the joke was off. Was crazy, right? Like,
no, it wasn't.
You know, like okay, she alopecia, so on and so forth.
Alopecia ain't even that serious.
Oh well, I'm
gonna say that.
That's the view of H, and
it's the view of H. It's a fact of H. I got family members who got it. It's not that damn serious.
So
let's do the homework.
We all know that to black women their hair is a problem. So if she takes it that way. So he's defending his wife. So you can't, it's almost like you can't be mad at both situations, right? You can't be mad at Chris Rock because he's a comedian, so he's making jokes and he's telling everybody the jokes. That's what he's there for. That's what everyone knows. But you can't be mad at Will. He's up there defending his wife. So as men that's been married, it comes that point, even if you know your wife is fucking, but even though your wife is fucking up, outwardly, you go defend her when you get her home. Yo, you need to stop fucking wilding over here. But that's the conversation that should be happening, though. You know what I'm saying? So, am I defending the slap? Not defending the slap? Am I understanding why he did it? Sure. Should Chris not be able to tell jokes? He should be able to tell jokes. So it's almost like both sides of the coin. I'm on both sides of the coin. Like I was just here for all the memes. I thought.
What you think, Lo? What you feel about the slap?
I agree with. As far as it's his wife, he's protecting his wife.
Right.
Other than that, it's just black on black. I don't like that.
See, we can't get caught up on that black on black on. Not when we out here doing all this reckless shit every other day. Like it's funny that he smacks him, and the first thing I hear prominent black men, oh, this shouldn't go down between us. Cut that shit out, man. You know how much go down? It's funny to me. And this ain't about you. It's funny with these prominent black folks when y'all want to use, it's a us thing and now it's this. Like, get that shit out. Yeah, come on, man. When Tommy Lee punched the ball for Pam Anderson, was it a big deal?
No.
All right, then. All right, then. I rest my case. I rest my case.
This is just me.
Yeah.
And he did it at the awards. Tommy Lee did it at the awards. Punch the ball, stone cold.
Will Smith smacked that white reporter too when he was trying to kiss him.
I don't blame him.
He been smacking people at awards.
I just look at it like when you go to the Oscars, they roast everybody in the audience.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like with y'all history and what y'all got going on, don't go.
With her.
That's just me. I'm not going to the punchline and somebody start ragging on my wife and I'm running up on stage. I know it's a chance that I might get picked out of the audience when I walk into the punchline. That's just me. I'm like, just don't go. That's just how I look at it. That's just me.
He was choosing. That's why I said, I don't know whether to agree with it. And listen, I think he was at a boiling point, so I kind of understand. But man, at their boiling point, they lose it. There's no rhyme or reason why they do certain things. So I get it. That smack wasn't defending his wife. That smack was defending his pride. I'm not going to let this... You know what it is? Somebody could talk crazy, they got a resume, you might not say nothing. But when you know he's a bitch nigga talking crazy...
But I don't even think that it was defending his wife, though.
No, he wasn't.
I mean defending his pride.
I
think it went back to... He laughed at the joke. He looked at her. She didn't think it was funny. She was irritated. Then he moved.
Right.
But he laughed at it because he know that you're here to get roasted.
But he also didn't want to be the butt of the joke. They go Will Smith not defending his wife.
But what I'm saying is like if you was the butt of the joke when you laughed.
I understand.
So it should have been a delayed reaction. If it really was offensive, you should have jumped up as soon as he said it. You sat there and you laughed. Right. You looked at her reaction and then you.
But can I ask you something? Right. At that forum, if you jump up. Is you gonna get a chance to smack him? No, somebody gonna jump up. So he did it the right way. You laugh, you walk up calmly.
So you think he premeditated that whole move? I don't think so.
No, because what I'm saying is, if I get up rowdy at the Oscars from the rip, I'm never going to get a chance to put my hands on this soft ass nigga. So if I play it off, laugh a little bit, then get up, walk all smooth like he did, like he was walking the runway, and this dickhead says, "Uh-oh,
King Richard,
uh-oh." Yeah. Well, you said, "Uh-oh, dummy."
Yeah.
You don't dip, block, or be aware that this nigga might do something to you. Uh-oh, and then he smack you, fix his time for a jacket, walk back down smoothly and sit down. I think if he would have went ghetto, how me and you would have went, if we were somewhere, they stopping us from the rip. Somebody gripping up, grabbing him. No. He played it off right.
I'm
going to get to this man right now.
I don't think he was
I'm going to smack the shit out of him.
I don't think he was sorry, because I think he looked at his wife's reaction, and she looked at him like, oh, that's funny.
That's right.
She looked at him like, oh, that's funny.
Okay, she giving that look. If you jump up rowdy, you're never going to get to Chris Rock. You're never going to get to him and do what you want to do.
But what I'm saying, you keep saying jump around. He already laughed at the joke, though.
That's to play it off because
he wasn't to play it off. He thought it was funny too because he wanted to get
But he knew in his mind, I'm going to go up there and say something.
No, he didn't. Hey, I'm telling you.
We watched that video. I watched it 1,000 times. I seen Jada roll her eyes. I seen her. I agree with you.
Did he laugh before or after she rolled her eyes?
He laughed when the joke first initiated,
before she
That's my whole point.
But
that's my point.
Okay, but that also played a part in him getting up. But I think he already had his mind.
I think if she don't roll her eyes, he don't get up.
This is what I'm saying. I think in his mind in life, he said, "Yo, if anybody ever play me or play her in front of me, I'm gonna say something."
I disagree with that.
That moment,
we agree to disagree.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
I think if she don't roll her eyes, he don't go up on that stage.
I agree with that.
That's what I think, bro.
Which is why I say I think he was
think,
defending her because it wasn't until he seen that she was mad. Okay, now I got to do
She looked at him like he was a nut for laughing.
That's
funny. That's how she looked at him. If she don't roll her eyes,
she did the one eye.
This don't never happen, y'all.
She did the one eye rule, so you know she was irritated. There's only one eye that rule. That joke flat.
And then did y'all see the other view where she laughed after Chris Rock said, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me?
Yeah.
Like, she thought that part was funny.
She toxic as hell, man.
Yeah, very, very
toxic.
She might be top 3.
She the type.
She might be top 3.
She the type of woman that'll get you killed.
Yeah.
She'll get you killed.
Go back to what you always say, like, what's going on down
in
there?
there doing life?
She a woman that get you killed.
Yeah.
Or have you doing life?
Yeah.
Because you might, again, he jumped out the...
Because we go back to what you said. Look at all the things he has to deal with. Tupac, all this.
If Chris Rock wasn't a sucker, if it was somebody a standard...
Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle's up there.
I don't know if Dave was a gangster, but let's just say, everybody wants to say it was Dave Chappelle. Okay, let's just say it was Dave. He would have ran into problems.
Bernie Mac or Martin or something.
I don't know if they're gangsters.
I'm just asking you.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna hope that
you strong enough in your conviction to say that Chris Rock is a bitch. I'm trying to say,
yeah,
you know,
I smack the shit out of Chris Rock. I don't think he. I think that was
smack the other comedian. Smack Dave
man,
Chappelle.
listen,
I know you would. I know where you're
from.
from.
Chris Rock, I think.
But what I'm saying is, he a bitch because he didn't hit him back.
No,
I don't think he's a bitch.
I don't think he's a bitch either.
No, I think Chris Rock is.
I think
he's not known for doing nothing. Like it's like.
But no one's known for getting smacked on stage.
No, but Chris,
that's what I'm saying.
No, you can tell he been smacked before in his life. Because a nigga ain't never been smacked, reacts right then and there. Fuck these Oscars, fuck everything up. This man just smacked the shit out of me, as I said. We rolling all over that stage, cuz. Whether you beat me up or not, we rolling on. You smack me now, E. I don't care about how big you is or what your shit is, cuz we tearing Soup basement the fuck up until he get me out this door. Hands down.
Call me owner one more time.
Owner? Shit. But I'ma stand on it. That's the thing. Only thing I don't like is Will Smith, you smack that nigga, stand on it. Don't apologize. If you really felt as though he disrespected your wife and you couldn't take it no more, I'm not apologizing. Right. I don't care about no Oscar award. I'm not sucking no dick. I made enough money. I'm known. I am Will Smith. If you really feel that way. Yeah. Niggas like him and other dudes, they change the narrative. They don't stand on what they do. Stand on that shit, man. If I really feel as though what Soup about to say to me is wrong, and I react off of it, I'm not going to later on and say, well, cuz, you know, I'm going to apologize if I really feel as though I'm wrong. That's my feeling. Because I can't tell that man he's right or wrong.
Because going back to what Soup said, Will really didn't think Chris Rock was wrong.
Yeah, that's
why I apologize. He only did it
because we'll never know.
I never watched the Oscars, right? I never watched it. I listened to Steve Harvey the other day, and Steve Harvey said that's part of the Oscars format where they roast. No.
No, it's part of it.
No, but you saying he biased, but let me finish what he said. He said, you come to the Oscars, this is where we tease Hollywood's elite.
Yeah, I mean, they ain't even doing it at the
It's been known.
But I say that to say, if you already know that that's what's going on, what are y'all mad about?
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree.
Why do we got to keep your wife?
Which is why I said partly, like, he shouldn't have to not be able to joke. The comedians should not be
able
to joke.
They all joke.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got Jim Carrey say shit.
And what they never...
Jim Carrey. Like, I'm more mad at all these other people on the outside when it cast, I'm traumatized. What's that white girl with him, Amy Schumer? If you don't shut the fuck up, Wanda Sykes talking about she traumatized.
But you gotta think, they all comedians. So now this might green like
they looking for clicks right now. Like, you ain't fucking traumatized.
I'm just
who the fuck is coming up on stage to smack Amy Schumer? If you don't sit the fuck
listen, DC Young Fly just rumbled aboard the show. The stuff been going on, guys.
But DC talk crazy to niggas too, though.
But you at a comedy show. Don't go, H. Don't go. It's freedom of speech, guys.
Yeah,
don't go.
Look at.
Listen, you pay
look at the demographics.
Talk shit. You can't get mad.
Look at the demographics at a DC Young Fly show. Who's the demographic going to see?
25-year-olds.
Who Amy Schumer show? Who's going to see?
Y'all still putting a. If Amy Schumer say the wrong thing, that's green lighting somebody going on stage putting their hands on her.
Why is she traumatized?
Because
she at home being a fucking mom. What are you traumatized?
What I'm saying
what is Wanda Sykes traumatized?
But you gotta understand what I'm saying is the fact that he smacked the shit out of him on national TV in front of Hollywood's elite is green lighting everybody else doing what they want now. What's the repercussions behind this?
Yeah.
None.
You don't think that's...
No, I'm looking at it through. If I'm a comedian, how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it through a comedian's eyes now. I'm not looking at it through Soup's eyes.
Right.
I'm looking at it like me going to work and I make majority of my money on the road. If I offend somebody or say something that they don't want to hear, now it's past the cancel coach. You know what I mean? People canceling you. Now it's niggas run up on stage with their hands.
Yeah, sure did try to defend his joke. It was a G.I. Jane joke. He tried to defend it as if he knew it was a little offensive. There's a rumor that the Academy told him, don't make the joke on him.
Well, I think the rumor said that he didn't write the joke. The writers for the Oscars.
And they said to him, you know what, don't say it. But he wanted to go along with it because he's Chris Rock.
I mean, I don't know about that part.
That's what I read. I mean, I've been reading Baller Alert, On Site, all this TMZ, just like everybody else. One of the rumors I heard was the Academy told him don't even say nothing about the situation. As if they knew it was going to be a sensitive topic. Again, like Soup said, if you're a comedian, you go to the show, but this wasn't a comedic show, it's the Oscars. I understand that comedians usually host it. Kevin Hart did it. He made a stand-up about gays, almost lost his fucking career for it. You get what I'm saying? It happens. But I don't know. I don't just think it was just Jada. I think Will had a little bit of pride in there. He been getting killed on the internet for 2 years.
I don't know.
By everybody.
Put it like this. We just saw two different things.
Yeah, we did. I saw a Slap Players Day, 2020 vision.
I didn't see nobody's pride get affected until they saw their wife look at him like
I saw his wife look at him. But I also feel like inside, he has a pride. Every man has a pride. He's been getting killed for 2 years. There's crying Will Smith memes. There's all. As soon as he did it, what about August?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you act like this in March, wait till he gets to August. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I just think it was a man that was fed up by a woman who was very toxic.
I mean, I don't think he ever gonna slap August because he was cool with August fucking his wife. That's what my point of view on that.
Yeah, that's an open relationship.
Yeah.
He need to cut that chick off, yo. That's my definition of a woman who ain't shit, as they would tell us.
Question her career.
Her career is horrible.
She can't set it off no more.
Her career is horrible.
Man, she can't like.
She slept with Nate for some college money.
See, my whole thing with that is I don't really care what she with her.
He made her. She's not relevant without him. She should have more honor and respect towards this man's name and everything. The things that she's been doing, I don't like having sex with him on the round table. Oh, I miss Tupac. The things she's been doing has led up to a boil. Okay, if she rolled her eyes and made him do it, fine. If she rolled her eyes and made him do it, fine. But she's been making a mockery of her husband over 20-something years.
But I kind of feel like that's their marriage. I don't care about none of that.
Right.
Keep it out of public. Keep it out of public.
No, she can.
Will allows that. That's what I'm saying.
We can talk about
it.
Yeah, we've been clowning for it though. We've been clowning Will for still being with her.
But y'all
after she said she hate having sex with her.
The Chris Rock thing was the point to put it over the top.
But I kind of feel
no,
like
I think
the tail end of it, he's still with her.
Yeah,
he defended her. The woman who said she hate having sex with you.
Still white.
The woman who your daughter got on Instagram Live and said, I wish Tupac was still alive so my mom could be happy.
But I still feel like everything that's going on is like we don't have no right to say what this bull got to tolerate. I don't care about their marriage. I'm not in their marriage. I don't care nobody's marriage.
But it's public though, cuz. If that's the case, we wouldn't be having a discussion. He wouldn't have slept with
we having a discussion. You saying that he fed up and all that. I'm not saying he fed up. I'm saying he was trying to please his wife. You saying he fed up. I don't care about none of that stuff
you gotta look at everything else, so you can't just look at what just happened that day as a singular incident, cuz.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Agent. You want to look at everything else going on. I don't have to.
What I'm trying to say is if you're critiquing it, you have to be real. You can't just look at it like, oh, she rolled her eyes, he got up and smacked her. That's not.
But that's what I saw though.
Yeah, but that's
what I saw. Because me, when I'm looking at it, if you fed up, you don't have to see her response before you react. You just would have reacted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If you take her reaction,
I would have done what you said.
I don't think this bull does nothing. I told you now. I don't think he does nothing if he don't look at her reaction.
Right.
So you're not fed up because if you fed up, you just want to just move. It don't matter about how your wife sees something. You want to just do it.
If you fed up, you won't be there with her.
Everybody was getting smacked that night.
If
you fed up, everybody was getting smacked that night.
If you fed up, this is what I'm saying. If you fed up, as soon as he says that joke, you on stage.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. He was gonna go from if you're fed up, you gonna go.
You're not laughing, you're not clapping. He said that he clapped and he laughed, yo.
Yeah.
Then he looked at his wife.
Yeah, he looked right at her.
Well, how you got all this patience with the matter if you so fed up, cuz?
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
Yeah. He definitely lost his cool.
He not fed up, cuz. He okay with it. He just don't want to be in disgust. He fine. He fine, cuz he wouldn't be with her.
He don't want to be the butt of jokes, right?
I don't think he even cared about being the butt of a joke.
She was
the butt of the joke. He wasn't the butt of the joke.
Right.
He don't want to be discussed. You said?
I don't know if he wanted to be discussed or not. I don't know. I just think that he kind of wants it to go away. It seemed like.
Wants it to go away. Once
The
what
marriage
go
or the
away?
slapping incident?
I just think the whole August thing, the whole
Oh, okay.
all of that stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
He wants that to go away. So when you hear, all right, well, we're gonna leave it like that. If the man
So
was
he's going to say that's why he's fed up. He wants it to go away.
listen, but the man, me and him, I'm gonna react the same way Soup saying. If I feel some kind of way, I'm not waiting, I'm not laughing or none of that shit. I agree with it. I'm not gonna argue that. I just think personally it's a build up between the combination of your wife rolling her eyes and internally you're just fed up. You're the Oscars for the world to see. And again, you become the butt of the
I just think it was gonna take time. He like, damn, if I don't do nothing, how my ride home going?
Yeah, no, it's for sure.
That's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
Like how my ride home going to be?
When I'm looking at it,
You can't correlate that with being fed up.
I don't think that's being fed up though. Because when you fed up, you don't need no other push.
Yeah.
I
You don't need
agree.
no push.
I agree.
That-
Me
that's-
and
that's
you
like-
don't need a
that's-
push.
That's like no.
Me and you don't
I'm
need
talking
a
about
push.
anybody that's fed up.
Need a
Hey,
push.
let me give you an example. We talked about all the janky contractor shit last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fed up with these niggas. My wife don't gotta say shit or do shit for me to be on go,
Right.
yo. She don't gotta, because if
That's
she gotta
me
do
and
something,
you.
no. If I move because she upset, I'm moving because of her.
I get it.
So where's the fed up part?
Right.
That's me and you, how we react.
That's
I think,
anybody.
I think he
It's
moves.
anybody.
I think he moves differently, and he showed that by how he moved. He moves differently.
I don't
He
think- I don't
moves
think
according
he
to
fed
the
up.
light-skinned woman that got him fucking mind control and mind fucking.
I don't think he fed up.
That's how he moves.
I just think he just busted. I think
He
must
moves.
please
His
wife.
fed up meter goes when she say. He gets angry when she say get angry. He sits down when she say sit down. Me and you, we alpha males. We not dealing with that shit from the rip. I agree with you on that. That nigga soft. How? You still married to her after she did what she did. You're going through it. So she roll her eyes. You say, oh shit, let me get up. Because when I get home, all she gonna do is ridicule me. And the red table next week, she gonna clown me. And say, I don't feel like black men protect their women. All this shit that go, man, cause I agree with you, but we're gonna leave it at that. I believe me and you, normal people gonna react differently. You're not gonna stay with your wife if she slept with your son home. So you're not gonna beat it and have to think about any other aspect of nothing. That nigga think differently, and that's clear. That's why he got caught up in a situation and he smacks a man who got nothing to do with nothing. And like you said, doing his job, making a joke. I agree with you on that. I just think that Will Smith is so fucked up in the head, he's too far gone. And until he leaves her, he lost, guys.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't lost. We hope that you stay here with us. Spin Wax Radio, War Room Sports on Spotify.
Just don't mess up my cut because you don't agree with me.
Apple Pod. We giving out good cuts over here. Y'all need a cut, hit Soup up.
Oh, he ain't on camera this week. My phone died. this cut don't matter. This cut don't matter.
Yo, we're going to keep coming to y'all every week, man. Every week. Friday mornings, YouTube. Friday morning, Spin Wax. Saturday morning, Spin Wax. Make sure you show love, like, comment, share, subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, y'all. We need y'all. 1.